January 15, 1966. The First Republic was barely 6 years old. Major Kaduna Nzeogwu and a group of young officers decided that big men had to go. This wasn't a peaceful protest. That night, they went for the heavyweights. The Prime Minister, Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, gone. The powerful Sardana of Sokoto, Sir Ahmadu Bello, gone. The Premier of the West, Samuel Ladoke Akintola, gone. Even top military brass like Brigadier Samuel Adamu Lagoon were killed in their homes. Nzeogwu hopped on the radio in Kaduna and declared he was in charge. He thought he was the new face of Nigeria, but his reign lasted only 4 days. Technically, it was a long weekend. By Tuesday, his boss, General Aguiyi Ironsi, had rounded up the troops in Lagos and told him, "Oya, come to Lagos, let's talk." He showed up like the Superman he thinks he is. Mapuruman Ironsi put him straight in handcuffs. The coup failed to take full power, but the damage was done. General Aguiyi Ironsi stepped in to stabilize things, but because most of the killed leaders were from the north, the tension was a ticking time bomb. 6 months later, the counter-coup happened. Northern officers felt the first coup was a hit job against them, so they struck back. This time, General Aguiyi Ironsi and the Western governor, Adekunle Fajuyi, were the ones killed. It was a messy, brutal cycle that eventually spiraled into the Civil War. After the war, we had General Gowon, who stayed for 9 years until he was pushed out, luckily, with his life, by Murtala Muhammad in 75. But Murtala's no-nonsense era lasted only 200 days. In 1976, Colonel Dimka ambushed Murtala's car in Lagos traffic. Yeah, the head of state was killed in a drive-by in broad daylight. That's how wild it was. Then Olusegun Obasanjo came in. Now, OBJ is a legend for one reason. He's the first military guy who said, "I'm leaving on October 1st," and actually packed his bags. In 1979, he handed the keys to Shehu Shagari, a school teacher from Sokoto. Finally, the Second Republic. We had a president, we had hope, and we had it for exactly 4 years. On New Year's Eve of 1983, the military was back. Buhari showed up, told the politicians to pack their bags, and arrested everyone. But even Buhari wasn't safe from his own guys. In 85, General Ibrahim Babangida, IBB, took over. IBB was the Maradona. He survived coups like the Vatsa trial and the famous Gideon Orker coup in 1990, where they literally blew up a chunk of Dodan barracks. Most people skip this, but IBB tried to build the Third Republic. He spent years setting it up. We had governors, we had a parliament. It was all leading to the June 12, 1993 election. MKO Abiola won in a landslide. Nigeria was ready, but IBB looked at the results and said, "Psych, I'm annulling it." The Third Republic died before it was even born. It was a deleted file in our history. Abacha eventually kicked out the interim government and took us back to the Dark Ages. Under Abacha, it wasn't just about coups, it was about eliminating anyone in the way. People like Kudirat Abiola and Ken Saro-Wiwa paid the ultimate price during this struggle for the soul of the country. When Abacha passed away in 98, the military finally realized they couldn't run a country like a barracks forever. General Abdul Salami Abubakar handed over power to Olusegun Obasanjo in May 1999 as a democratically elected president. Since that day, we've had 26 years of the Fourth Republic.